Oi. This kid that did man TSF, you know what I'm talking about? TSF, BEL, the Big Bird, South God, you know what I'm talking about? The one that done the flavors one, the kid that did, you know what I'm talking about? Spazztown, Texas. The reason why the South got the world living so reckless, you know what I'm saying? You know, as everybody know, you know, we started out Houston, Texas, young group of kids, individuals putting their money together, and all believing in one type of style of life, one type of purpose with ourselves and making money and our belief system and converting this shit from gang banging and street bullshit to splashing and mashing with the salsa and with the bitch and really, you know what I'm saying, changing our thought process and changing the world. So here we are 5 years later, 6 years later, 7 years later, I think. Really, think about 7 years later. 7 years later, millions of dollars later, albums later, maybe 10 albums later. You know what I'm saying? You went from TSF, the gang, TSF, the group, TSF, the brotherhood, TSF, the fraternity, to TSF, the company, the corporation, the sauce factory, the sauce family, the sauce familiar, the sauce facility. Texas shit forever. You know what I'm saying? You can start it from having a small all-star cast of artists to having a huge, unbelievable, uncanny onslaught of artists now. We got like 25 artists on our record label right now that's all doing well, all have careers. You got different age groups from 19 all the way to 30s. You know what I'm saying? And they all have their own fan bases. They all have their own individuality. They all have their own essence and additions that they add on to the sauce and add on to the drip. We got Slando now, Slando Kareem, L Train, Sauce Gohan, Drippy, Suncho Saucy, Sosa Man, Sauce Walka, Peso, Julo the Snowman, fucking Iceman Chamberlain, Sauce Brazy, fucking J-Rag 2 times. Man, Gucci P, Rizzo, Fifth Ward JP, like, you know what I'm saying? The list goes on. I just named a good 14 artists right there. So, you know, to be able to put together a Southwood winner, shout out to my nigga Young Wood, man, Southwood winner. You know, they had the ability to put together a collective of different personalities, different peoples from all different across the walks of the world, different walks of America, different walks of Texas. And you know, it's not just Texas, because like I said, we got artists from Chicago, artists from Mexico, artists from New York, you know what I'm saying, we're working on right now, you know what I'm saying? So to be able to put all these different lifestyles and backgrounds together, and everybody add their own spice and their own flavor to the ingredients of the sauce to make it the marinated flavor that the world loves. You know, it's a beautiful thing. And it takes a lot of work, a lot of understanding, a lot of sacrifice, a lot of investment, you know what I'm saying, amongst each other as brothers, but shit, we get it done. You know what I'm saying? I somehow find a creative way or amazing way to understand all these different people and understand all these different minds and help them create and help them have vision or have foresight to see themselves being bigger and better artists, you know what I'm saying, to see themselves having a different approach than what the last artist of TSF had or was the last sound or the last look. You know, we all reflect each other and we all resemble each other, you know what I'm saying, with the hair and the styles and the bobos or the tattoos, the clothes, whatever. But at the end of the day, everybody has their own significance. Everybody got their own drip that they brought to the sauce, and then we evolved it, or we made it even more different. Because you know what I'm saying, we love being the first people to do things, being innovators, and being different, and making difference. You know what I'm saying? So it's just really an amazing journey, an amazing process, and we're making a hell of a lot of money doing it, representing Texas, man. Culture-wise, you know, we just talk about 90s culture, hip-hop culture, the rap game, what we feel like, you know, we've added and brought to the culture ourselves. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's already like a thing of huge pride and huge privilege to be from the state of Texas, or to be from a premier state in America, such as California, Texas, New York, you know, Chicago, other Georgias, other, you know, states that have a prominence of success through entertainment in some way, shape, or form, whether it's sports, movies, video games, streaming, whatever it is. You know, Texas has always been one of the leading states in creativity and opportunity and entertainment. And for us to be from the pinnacle city of that pinnacle state, which is Houston, Texas, in the Texas culture, you know, it puts a huge level of purpose, pride, and also responsibility on you if you're a person that really care about the purpose and the pride of being from a great place like Houston, Texas, and having attachment to that history, having birthright to that history and that culture. You know what I'm saying? It's huge, and the lifestyles and the belief systems of the generation of people that we all grow up with and relate to and fuck with. So being from Texas, you know, we went through a phase where the whole world loved being from Texas more than actual people love from being from Texas. Like, if that makes sense to you. Like, there's a point in time where more people from around the world, out of town, was praising and celebrating the actions and the rituals of the OG lifestyle and format of a Houston, Texas player, which is diamond chains, diamond teeth, and double cups with ice and cough medicine in it, man. Serve, you know what I'm saying? And the women and the late nights and the whole just atmosphere and ambience that come behind pouring up drinks, sipping syrup, fucking with bad bitches and having money and cars and, you know what I'm saying, living like ghetto superstars. That's the whole mentality and ambience and the purpose of a H-time nigga, you know what I'm saying, especially a Southside H-time nigga, you know what I'm saying, is to be a worldwide known love player, you know what I'm saying, that will make money, ride nice cars with nice rims on it, candy paint, you know what I'm saying, sip and drink. That's our lifestyle. And it became a point to where that got so old and repetitive and over saturated, maybe, or just over understood that, oh, if you from Houston, Texas, that's all you do is drink cough syrup. Or you from Texas, all y'all do is ride in old cars and wear jewelry and drink cough syrup. And it got to a point where huge people from Texas and Houston started wanting to get away from that identity. People start wanting to identify themselves with that instead of evolving or make it better and different. People just got ashamed of it to a certain extent until the rap game came and devoured it and consumed it and repackaged it and turned a muddy cup to a dirty Sprite, you know. Then the Houston, we had lost a notch on our belt right there. We lost some of ourselves with our history right there, because when our great testaments and great elements of our city and of our culture, music style, and just the lifestyle and the heritage that we created was manipulated and taken away from us through music, with the whole screwed up drink culture and drink and what it represents in hip hop today. So just that, being a witness of that and seeing that firsthand from the beginning to the end result of it, it kind of put me in a position where I felt entitled to not only correct the mentality and the perception of people outside of the South and outside of Houston, but give some accountability and responsibility to the people of Houston and other Texas that turned their backs on their heritage and turned their backs on where they came from. So, I had to be a pillar. I had to be an example. You know what I'm saying? And I had to make many sacrifices involving myself to bring back that respect and bring back that light to my state and to my culture. And surviving that and coming out on top of that, niggas got me fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Got my whole record label fucked up. You know what I'm saying? I have to respect this whole shit. You know what I'm saying? Because we made people remember who they were and be excited about it and to recreate that, you know what I'm saying? And believe that it's okay to be from Texas and be from the country, to be from the South, and you still a superstar, you know what I'm saying? So, outside of that with culture, it's us in the whole 90s culture, you know what I'm saying? The video game culture, the anime culture, the video game culture, the anime culture, and that 90s hip hop culture that was heavily mixed and influenced in certain video games or TV shows of, like the Power Rangers or the PJs or nigga from Recess. You got motherfucking hood kids on this cartoon Recess really doing hood shit, hats to the back and all that shit, breaking school rules, but they really resembling what's going on in the ghetto, you know what I'm saying? They really depicting what it's like for a white kid growing up in the hood with black friends and Hispanic friends and wears hat to the back, and you go to the school and don't necessarily follow all the rules in class, but you know what I'm saying, Static Shock will come on right before or after this, you know what I'm saying, and this is another black superhero in the 90s or the early 2000s, you know what I'm saying, with beatboxing and breakdancing and graffiti on the walls and shit like that. Like, this was a very special, memorable moment, you know what I'm saying, in the build-up of a lot of the kids that kind of like lead this generation and this time of business right now, you know what I'm saying, all the way to the Teen Titans, you know what I'm saying, like it's just so much hip-hop and musical influence and 90s influence that got converted over to the culture that we love and we live in right now with music, you know what I'm saying, like they said, Generation Y, Generation X, you know what I'm saying, we grew up in a generation where it was kind of like, it wasn't as understood and accepted as it is now, but it was the beginning and the birth of people really saying it's okay to be black or be from the hood or be ghetto and pick up a camera and be a cameraman or pick up a paintbrush or art utensil and become an artist. You know what I'm saying? To have other vision or other likeness into animation or into things of the imagination instead of just physical sports. Or I always tell every kid that come from the ghetto, the only way that you gonna make it to be successful is to be an athlete, a football player or a basketball player, or you know what I'm saying, or a drug dealer, or some people got the fondest dreams of maybe becoming a doctor or a lawyer. You know what I'm saying? But from our ghettos, from our background, from where we come from, like that don't even seem like an option. Is either you're gonna be a drug dealer, you're gonna be a football player, a basketball player, some type of an athlete, or you're gonna make it in music. Growing up in the African American community, nigga, those are some of the only options that are extended to the youth and extended to the young men around who have somewhat of a burning desire in themselves to be better than the average middleman, or to be better than just a working 9-to-5 man. People who want to see themselves with millions or with greatness, or want to take care of themselves and families and futures and shit like that. Some of these kids are brainwashed and raised their whole life to believe that they can't be nothing else besides a monkey in the jersey doing what somebody tell them to do in the jersey when the time clock come on. So, you know what I'm saying? It's a blessing to be a part of this new generation and this new understanding, and also being able to usher and help the mentality to show kids it's okay to believe in art, to believe in artisticness, and believe and to not only see humor and fun in movies about struggle and death and robbery and people killing each other and hood politics and ghetto gangbanging bullshit. It's okay to like superheroes. It's okay to like Blade. It's okay to like Yu-Gi-Oh! Pokemon. If that expands your imagination to go be bigger and greater and achieve bigger things that's gonna make money for you and your family and change the environments of the people around you, then you should fuck with that. Then you shouldn't feel embarrassed about it, you know what I'm saying? That's why I got walls full of Street Fighters and Mortal Kombat and all these different heroes and warriors, because to me that's what they represent. They represent warriors. They represent people who go through a constant life of war and adversity and pain and beef and battle just to feel alive, just to feel a certain level of honor and respect and purpose, you know what I'm saying, and leadership amongst themselves and the people around them. They don't live these so-called peaceful lifestyles that we live. They don't live these lifestyles of so much time of resting and having understanding of it's gonna be okay tomorrow, it's gonna be okay when I wake up. Most of these warriors on these walls and these heroes and these cartoon characters that I love, shit, every day, every new episode is a new life or death problem. Every new episode is a new plague, it's a new enemy, it's a new adversity, it's a new obstacle that we must overcome after we've already overcame 3 obstacles. As a young man, that kind of teaches you things. It shows you like, shit, I could put all this time and all this energy and all this effort into beating this one foe and not really realizing he wasn't even the main person that I had to go up against. He was just somebody that I had to beat to make me strong enough to face the next motherfucker. And this is the goal, or this is the pedestal or the success or the achievement that I was really supposed to achieve, but I was supposed to get it going through this first person, not going straight to the last. And shit, I feel like a lot of those messages are looked over or missed and not seen, or just certain mentalities and the certain compassion that some of these people have to save others' lives and sacrifice their own life or sacrifice their own happiness or their own joy, their own freedom to save a village or to save a people or to save one bitch. Like, you know what I'm saying? The level of humility and selflessness that they go through to save people and achieve the shit that they be achieving and to get new power. I respect it. I feel like me and my brothers are one of the same. Are these warriors that I look up to. So, you know, it's all. I'm just happy to be the DripGod. successors. You know, straight from Houston, Texas, and we grabbing elements and weapons and jewels from all around the world, from all different cities and states. And we leaving a legacy, and we leaving a thought process and an understanding, enlightenment of godliness, enlightenment of undeniable and uncontrollable power that just has to be tapped and accessed through being real. You know what I'm saying? Like, and when I say uncontrollable about the power, I don't mean chaotic power that can't be controlled, but I'm saying a power that can't be contained and it has no center to it. It has no end. It has no finish. This is a power that goes on forever, long as the right people are continuously to contribute and be around it. Because the energy is always going to be in the air. It's about who gonna put their hands in the threads of time to manipulate and control this energy. Ted said, business we doing all of that, we dripping. You know what I'm saying? I want the world to make sure they never miss it. You know what I mean? And that's on sauce. Sauce that. Cut.